Hey everyone, I am Amanda from Mandy Lynn Plans. Welcome back to my channel for another plan with me. Today I am planning March of 2019 and I'm going to be using one of the full kits that are in our Etsy shop. So this is the Mint Floral March Monthly for the Hobonichi cousin, and that is my everyday carry. It's the planner that I plan in. I do have the other planners and I use them here and there, but this is definitely the one that I plan the most in. So these are usually my longer plan with me, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with the washi, and I'm gonna start with this big one here. Now this is designed to go in these 3 spaces that are not in the month of March, so I'm gonna go ahead and place that down first. And then, move my ollie clip. I'm gonna use this box here. For whatever reason, when I was designing this originally, I thought that I needed 2. So you can ignore this box or you can use it for a full day, whatever. I mean, you can do whatever you want with it, but you don't actually need it. For some reason, I guess I was thinking there were only 30 days in March instead of 31. I don't know. But you do want to be careful how you put this down. It is continuous, so the design just continues on. Since it is a square, you could get a little bit confused if you weren't paying attention. So there you can see that the green flower kind of extends onto the next one. So the next thing I'm going to do is put my thin washi up, and the thin washi is on the second page. I couldn't fit it on the first, there wasn't enough room. So obviously the shorter one is the one that is for this side, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then this one is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And this design does continue as well. There we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the washi at the bottom. So it just goes across the whole way if you want it to. Otherwise you could cut it down. So a little trick, whenever the washis are the same size and you're not sure which one, I try and put the one that's on the left for the left page and the one that's on the right for the right page, and then they will meet right here. So I'm going to just turn my paper this way to kind of help me, and I'm going to just put this down right like this. I find it easier to start my stickers left to right because I'm right-handed. I usually have better luck with that. So we'll see if I can fix this here. I'll lift it up just a little bit. There we go, that's better. Okay, so that one's down. And then we'll do this other one here. I am so excited for spring. Oh, all these florally designs are just making me so sad that it's still so cold. Okay, so the washi is down. Let's go ahead and cover up this navy box up here. Even though it does fit the color scheme, it's not my favorite thing to look at. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this box here. Now this is the only one with straight edges. The others are rounded, and it is because it is designed for this little spot right up here to perfectly cover up that if you would like to. You don't have to by any means, but if you choose to do so, that is what it's designed for. And then I think we can just go ahead and get started. I think I'm going to start with the things that I have little sticky notes in, so I can get those out of the way before we go into our reoccurring things for the month. So I'm going to start here with this appointment, and I am going to use these stickers. This is an add-on. If you wish, you can get these script stickers. Oops, let's center that a little bit better. So I go see the chiropractor every month, and it will probably start becoming more frequent here soon. I am pregnant, and the last time when I was pregnant, I eventually ended up going to see him every other week, and then when it got closer, every week. So I assume that that's probably what's going to happen, but for now it's still only once a month. And then we have over here, my friend is doing a sign party for us. So I want to do, that's gonna be a fun day. I wanna use one of these fun little kind of full box type things. So I'm gonna put that, it's not going to be all day, but I want to kind of signify it as a big deal. It will be very, very fun. So I'm just gonna put sign party, and then I don't actually remember what time it is, so I will fill that in later. And then we have daylight savings here, and I do have both the holidays in this month. So daylight savings and St. Patrick are both on this script page. We'll start with daylight savings. I'm gonna pick a blue. Actually, I'm gonna put this at the, well, Sunday is gonna be really packed with church and choir. We don't have small group this day. So maybe I will go ahead and put it at the bottom here for daylight savings. And actually this I designed to be kind of in a fatter, what am I gonna do? I might just scooch it up like that and then use a dot instead. I just don't think I'm gonna have enough room with everything else on Sunday. But I do want to remember that it's daylight savings. So I'm gonna use one of these little dots. Let's use a dark dot. Okay, so that is daylight savings on March 10th. And then same thing here with St. Patrick's Day, with it being Sunday. And we have small group and my mother-in-law's birthday. We have a lot going on this day. So I might just hold off on putting St. Patrick's Day in, just because there's gonna be so much to put there. And then another thing is one of the events for our, that our women's ministry committee does is, it's called a Leaving a Legacy dinner. And we recognize the older generation of our church, and we get to hear their stories, and they tell us a little more about their lives, and that's always a really fun time. So I want to make sure that I remember that. Leaving a legacy. Okie dokie. Now that took care of all of my sticky notes, so now we can go in with the things that happen pretty regularly throughout the week, or throughout the month. So I'm going to start with school, and let's see, how do I want to do this? How did I do it in February? Okay, I used a big box and just wrote out what I had. That worked really well, so I'm going to go ahead and do that again. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm gonna just do the same thing, start with the teal, and then my green. So I do teach music part-time at 2 different schools, and not both schools meet the same weeks, and you'll see that in a little bit. So it's hard for me to keep track sometimes of which ones, and actually this is spring break week for one of my schools. So I'm gonna pull up this big one. I won't need a big one. I'm just gonna put down a little green one instead. I'm gonna pull from here, pink instead. And then what I'm gonna do is run some washi, I think, for spring break. Yes, so I'm gonna use this, it's just what I got from Walmart. If you saw my washi haul, it kind of sort of matches the colors, not perfectly, but it was the closest thing that I had. So I'm going to just do this for the bottom here. And I need something, where's my ruler? I think I'll just use this. Well, maybe I'll do it this way. Okay, so then this will just show me that this is spring break week. Okay, and then we'll get this side. And then this little bit here too. Oops. There we go. Okay, great. So that's down, and then I'm going to use one of my no school scripts that are on this monthly page and just stick it there so that I know what that is for. Spring break. Very, very, very exciting. Okay, and then I am going to go ahead and use my I have a couple of these extra sheets that you can get. These just all say library and these just all say school. So I'm going to use the ones that say school to put in my school schedule. So there's that. Grab a couple more of these. Do have school at this one. It might look confusing that I have school and then no school, but I know what I mean. I will remember which school is which. And all of that. Okay, and then for the Wednesday, I think I just use a skinny one, yes. Because I am only at one of the schools that day. It is less confusing than it sounds, I promise. You might not believe me, and that's okay. All right, so to get the rest of these schools in. March is the beginning of the craziness that is spring semester quarter, I guess, more is what I mean. Once March hits, it seems like before you know it, it's May on one hand, and on the other hand, it takes forever at the same time. So I don't want to say that too quickly because it does drag on a little bit, but there are so many different activities and things that just a lot to prepare for. So I'm going to go ahead and write in that, and I'm going to maybe talk a little less because I actually need to focus and make sure I get all of these schools in correctly. So I will do this, that, and that, and then this day I just have, I'm going to go ahead and do all of the Wednesdays because those are all the same. Oh dear, except this one, they're on spring break. We just said that. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pick this one up and I'm going to stick it back over here and I'm going to save this school and try and put it back on my this sheet. It won't be perfect, but hopefully it will stay until I need it the next time I do some planning. And then I will move this one down. Ooh, and the colors are going to be off because this is the same color. So I think I'm going to move the green down and then move the teal down. One of the reasons I am so thankful for repositionable sticker paper because I never put things, I never have a perfect planning experience where I never have to move anything. I always make mistakes. So I love having the flexibility even weeks after to move them. They're not as easy to move weeks after, but they are, it is possible. Okay, so no school this day for that school. Okay, now let me finish going over here. So this will just be this one. And then here we have all three. And then this day will just be these two things. Okay, great. I'm gonna go ahead and cross off the things that I've done so far. I'm gonna go ahead and do Awana on Wednesday nights while I'm thinking about it. So I will grab, let's see, we'll do green. And I don't think that we have it the week of spring break. I could be wrong about that, but I really don't think so. So many people will be traveling and on vacation and things that it's just easier, I think, to just cancel so that people don't feel obligated to miss their vacations if they're helping out. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I help out with the Puggles. They are the 2 and 3-year-olds. They are a lot of fun. Okay, so Awana's in, then we can go ahead and do library. Library is on Thursdays. And I do have library stickers for that. I'm not sure, I haven't heard about if they're meeting this day. They probably will, so I'm gonna go ahead and still put it in. And then if it changes, I can always take it out. Green. And then another teal. All right, let me grab my library stickers. This just saves me some time, so I don't have to write out library and school so many different times when it's something that we have every single week. Okay, great. So those are in. I'm gonna go ahead and mark that off my list. Let's go ahead and do birthdays. We do have 2 birthdays in my family this year. And of course it would be on 2 busy days where I have a lot of other stuff going on. I guess I will just put it here in the middle for this one. And this other one I might wait on because we have so many other things going on that day. I don't know where exactly I'm gonna fit it in. So on my monthly script sheet, I do have birthdays, several, so just in case you need a bunch. Okay, and I will remember whose birthday is on both of these days. I'm gonna go ahead and mark his off because that's in. And then let's do recycle and trash. So those fall on payday weeks. When was payday? So payday will be this day. So that would be recycle, payday, trash. And I might not even put trash since I have this, but I am gonna go ahead and put in paydays. So I'm gonna fit that up there and then use a little dot. Wait, did I say? I said it would be the first. Right, yes, okay. So we're getting paid 3 times this month. That's always fun when that happens. It happens a couple times a year. A little bit more cushion, a little bit more going into savings, so that's always nice. And then, I think I might just put in recycle and not do trash. Let me go ahead. Which color do I want? Maybe green, because money is green. And St. Patrick's Day. I tried to not have too many green kits this for March. There is the St. Patrick one that is obviously lots of green. But then if you didn't want lots of green, I tried to make that an option too for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab these recycles. We know that if it's, that our trash gets picked up every week, but recycle is only every other, and it happens to fall on payday weeks. So that's helpful to remember. I'm gonna use these darker colored dots, and this one keeps wanting to join the club, join the party. Okay. I should probably use tweezers for these, but okay, it works. All right, so that's in. Let me go ahead and mark off those. Recycle, trash, payday. All right, so now we are ready to do the Sundays. Sundays are so busy. Okay, I'm gonna start with church. Let's see. Yes, let's do it this way. And there are 5 Sundays in March. And I should have waited to put that down. I'm gonna put that on top so that it peeks over so I can still see it. Okay, there we go. Stick it right back down. Perfect. Okay, and then Just keep going with these. 2 more, I think, yep. All right, so let's see what else is happening in March. What could we talk about? Hopefully it will be warming up by then. If it's not, I will be very upset for sure. So then let me grab all these church. We do have 5 because it's a 5 Sunday. Oh, let me scooch that over just a little bit more. Scooch. Okay, and then grab these. And then 1 more. We did put 5 since there were 5 Sundays. There are also 5 Saturdays if you go on Saturday. I think that's good for church. Now let's do choir. And actually let's do small group first because small group will mess up where I have to put choir. So there's a lot of scriptage going on up here. So our small group is every other week, but it's always the 1st and 3rd, and then a 5th when there is a 5th. So we will have it this week, and then we'll have it immediately the next week in April. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some dots for that. Maybe the same color of dot. We have a lot of teals. Let's do some teal dots. Whoops, that's not where I want it to go. There we go. Okay, last one. And then we have choir. So we have started choir back up again. And so that is to prepare for the Easter cantata that we're doing. Easter is in April. It's coming up very quickly. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to squeeze all this in. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing that I did before with the daylight savings and pull up this small group to fit it all in. Sundays are supposed to be the days where you don't have anything to put in your planner, right? Sundays are always the busiest day in my planner. So many things. So many things. It's all good things, but it is a lot. Okay, and then this I can just put it at the bottom here. And then I'm gonna have to do the same thing here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up first since I know that now. Okay, great. And then we have a dark one. And then 1 more here. So if you're ever wondering why I have so many labels in my kits, this is why. I only have 1 more skinny left on this page and 2 of the thicker ones. I do have more on the first page. But if it ever seemed like a lot to you, I use a lot. I have a lot going on. Okay, great. So now let's go in and put choir on all of those. I do really like singing in the choir. I am a choir and band teacher, so it's nice to be on the other end and under somebody else's direction who's much more experienced than I am, and I've been learning a lot, so that's been really fun. Okay, so the only other thing that I have is this birthday over here. It is my mother-in-law. Her birthday is on St. Patrick's Day, and her name is Patricia. We call her Patty. I'm not sure if her mom was already going to name her that or not, but we kind of think it's just interesting, I guess. Oh, I wouldn't say that we give her a hard time about it, but it is kind of a fun little fact. So I don't even have room to put St. Patrick's Day there at all either. So I'm just gonna try and remember that it is in fact St. Patrick's Day, and that birthday will help me remember that too. Okay, so now let's put in the fun stuff. So I saved these 2 greens for our new releases that will be coming out this month. So we will have them on the 8th. And I'm gonna have to pick up that payday so it sticks out. And the 22nd. So I'm gonna have to do the same thing here. Let's pick you up. There we go. And then let's see if I can just slide it under. Perfect. Awesome. So now I'm gonna try doing the same thing with this one. Pick up these little things that hang over. And, ooh, this one might be harder to, hold on, let me pick it all up. Okay, great. Okay, so the new release on March 8th, now let me make sure I'm telling you this right. Yes, for March 8th, this will be May designs. And so no new kits will be coming out at this time, no new kit sizes, but all of the kits will have the new designs for May. So I will say May new releases. And then, so we release every other Friday, and only, let me see, how can I say this to make the most sense? So every other week is new releases, but only every other new releases is new designs. So this will not be June designs, this will be other new releases. And that's a month away, and I'm not exactly sure what those will be yet. All right, so that's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time. So if you've seen some of my weekly Plan With Me's, you know that I almost always forget something after I turn off my camera. I just noticed that I never put my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, my days of the weeks in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quickly. It is hard to remember everything, and I write things down, I make myself lists, but there's always something that just slips my mind. I should have done this while I was, after I got done laying down the washi, but I didn't think about it. All right, so there we have it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.